Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and today I want to talk a little bit about the heads-up display that we've seen in No Man's Sky, as well as have a little breakdown of the various informational areas on the display itself, most specifically the heads-up display that you get when you're on foot. The heads-up display in No Man's Sky has gone through a bit of an overhaul, twice in fact, and I believe the changes to be quite welcome. Originally, the heads-up display had the planet name on the top left, along with your shield and health. The shield appeared as a long bar and the health was 5 boxes. The multi-tool named function was found in the top right, along with an area for the ammunition count. And the top middle had a navigational compass that was extremely minimalistic. It was essentially just a big arrow. Something interesting was the way liquids and atmospheres would come up, giving a breakdown of the elemental composition. Here we see the atmosphere to be 76.4% nitrogen and 23.1% oxygen, with about 0.5% trace substances. Interestingly, this is very similar to Earth's atmosphere of 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. A similar thing occurred on the water, showing the liquid to contain 99.2% hydrogen dioxide and 0.7% sodium chloride. Fast forward now to what appeared to be a slightly overhauled heads-up display. The top left still remained mostly unchanged. The area held information for the planet name, shields, and health. A unit count, the currency used within the game, was found just below that. The top right still contained the multi-tool function name and ammunition count, but also had an area for the new wanted system, where you could generate up to a 5-star wanted level. The middle compass added a slightly curved line with its minimalistic arrow, and the bottom of the screen was left mostly barren. Now we go to the heads-up display that we've seen most recently, providing more information than ever. The shield bar and health boxes remain in the upper left-hand corner, but here we notice the planet name has been removed. We'll get to that in a second. The enormous compass arrow has been replaced with a small dot, and keeps the same curved line. The right-hand corner is treated with a more detailed picture of the function of the multi-tool you have equipped, and the ammunition area swaps out depending on what type of ammunition function you're using. Here, we see Sean Murray shooting at some plutonium with a numerical ammo style function of his multi-tool, just before he mentions he should be using his mining laser. When he switches to the mining laser, the glowing hue of the multi-tool display changes, along with the glowing accents of the multi-tool itself. In the upper right, the picture of the multi-tool function changes as well, and the numerical ammo style was swapped out for a depleting and recharging bar for the mining laser. As a note, when Sean goes into his menu options to add a new upgrade to his multi-tool, we get the opportunity to see that the projectile weapon was called a bolt caster, and his mining laser is called Mine Laser. The pictures of the upgrades matches the pictures shown in the upper right-hand corner of the screen when he switches out his functions. Notice, rather than changing out the weapon function when he adds the land disruptor as it had when he went from the bolt caster to the mine laser, the upper right hand side of the screen sees the addition of the land disruptor ammunition, while keeping his mine laser information there as well. From there, the most prominent addition to the heads-up display is the information that is constantly displayed at the bottom left. Here we get a wealth of knowledge, including the planet name that had been previously found in the upper left, the current temperature, any environmental effects like extreme cold, toxic rain, or extreme heat, along with a little graphical indicator of the environmental effect. There also appears to be a current time indicator as well as a sun up or sun down timer. It's interesting that this indicator doesn't become apparent when Sean plays on Bellari 5 until he goes into the cave system. When this occurs, the time suddenly pops up, possibly because there was finally enough room to fit it? Does anyone know why this happened? Anyway, I hope you folks have enjoyed this little breakdown of the various on-foot HUD-style displays that we've seen so far. In the last video, I asked you folks what type of naming you would be doing when coming across the various things in No Man's Sky that you discover, and here were some of your extremely varied responses. Dank Digger Dog said he would be naming his animals after the Fine Bros, so they could be failures, and was quick to mention that if anyone had a reaction to his animals, they would be getting sued. Shosho mentioned everything would be getting named Dickosaurus. Mr. Panda 8000 said he wanted to name planets and creatures after sci-fi legends, such as Planet Philion or the Great Wild Han Solosaurus, as well as a creature called Taki, whose sound effect would be an "oh my." The Big Voss is going to name their discovery sci-fi names in Latin, and Broken Core, well, I'm just glad I could provide him with some toilet entertainment. As always, folks, I appreciate all of your comments, and that brings me to this video's question: which of the No Man's Sky heads-up display styles do you like the most? The least obtrusive, or a HUD that perhaps takes up slightly more screen real estate but gives us more information? Feel free to leave your opinion in the comments section below, and as always, stay foxy and much love.